What's good?
Yes, sir. YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy T. I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on 6 running backs that I believe are league winners. I said what I said, there are league winners. And today I got a guest. I got my homeboy, the original first guest on my podcast, on my YouTube channel, Matt Galloway. What's up, bro?
What it do, baby?
What's going on with you, bro?
Chilling, you know how it is.
So guys, look, make sure you come in, like the stream. I will not be getting to the questions right away. So if you want to super chat, I welcome all super chats. Hopefully I'll be able to get to your comments in the comment section after the live. But right now, guys, we're just gonna break down these 6 guys that we believe are league winners. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. So, bro, anything you want to talk about before we get started?
Hey, I'm just excited about, we got about 3 weeks left before training camp starts. You know, football will officially be here. I'm just looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm just ready to get started.
You want to tell them where they can find you at, where you do your content at?
Yeah, so I'm a part of Fantasy Headliners. You can go to fantasyheadliners.com, and my personal Twitter, which is affiliated with the Headliners, is Matt Galloway 34. So on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, yeah, you can find me there. But like I said, fantasyheadliners.com, or even on our YouTube channel, you can find. I'll be on there.
Really good content there, guys.
Really good content there. Okay, so go ahead. Let's start off, bro. What running back do you want to talk about today? What's going to be a league-winning running back for people in 2024?
So this is a guy that I talked about last year. I was real high on him, and he caught steam. And I said that, this was the dude that if he got in the perfect system would be phenomenal, and he was. And that's Devonta Chan. His ADP, honestly, it's a little rich. He's going around the late second round, early third. Right, but with the potential of what he's gonna be, is just phenomenal.
Right.
So I think, especially by him being in year 2 now within this offense, the way Mike McDaniel is talking about scheming him up, he's gonna get a lot more work in the slot, outside. So if you can imagine what he did last season, but now you getting, it's almost like he's got an advantage being put out wide. Now you got linebackers that's got to line up against him.
Right.
That's a mismatch made in heaven, fantasy heaven, to be honest. So I love Devonta Chan this year and his potential. He's one of those guys that can give you 50 points on a given day.
For the punt, fifth the punt.
And that's easy. So he can give you that type of output on any given Sunday.
Right.
So when you got a guy that can give you something like that, you got to be able to take him. So I love Devonta Chan.
Right. How many catches you say he would get this year? How many catches do you think he's going to get?
I'd say anywhere upwards of maybe 50.
Ooh.
I think.
And what did he have last year?
Right, like 39. And again, you got to look at, he missed about 5 games, something like that.
Right.
So he's coming in a little bit heavier too.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you, because he's put on weight. So I think they're not going to hold him back. They're not going to try to get cute with him. I think they're going to let him go. And they got backup. They got Mostert, and they also got the rookie, Jalen Wright.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be honest, this might be a little edgy, but this is the place to be.
Right. Cutting edge content.
This is what we do. I honestly think that where they're going to use him, and the reason why they put him out wide even more, is to kind of help smooth it out a little bit. Now they went and got Malik Washington.
Right.
But once Tyreek decides to leave, now you got somebody that can still threaten the defense.
Make them back up.
And
Right.
You put a Chan out there in the slot or a line up outside, defense still got to, be leery of that.
Right.
Even when Tyreek leaves.
Right.
So you're going to have a Chan, Waddle, Jalen Wright, Malik Washington. So you still going to have speed upon speed. So they're going ahead and implementing that now, and getting it right. So whenever Tyreek does decide to leave, you still got a quote unquote replacement within the system.
Right.
That's what I love about it.
Okay. I like them, and I think A-Chain, I think you might, if you wait, man, you might move up into the late first round. I believe depends on what's going on in camp and what Mike McDaniels is saying and what everybody else is saying.
Because
like
of the turn. At the turn, right.
112, 2-1, 2-2. Yeah. Right now, you can get him at the end of the
Second round, early third.
I think that might move up just because of who he is and what he did last year.
Especially with him putting on the weight. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go.
On to what my first guy. I've talked about him in my videos, guys. So hopefully these aren't redundant, but I tell you these guys because I want you to trust these guys. I'm not gonna make videos on guys that I don't trust just to make content. Oh, I talked about this guy, this video. I'm talking about no. I'm gonna tell you the guys that I'm on, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going down with the ship, and it's gonna be Zamir White. I said what I said. Zamir White. Now listen, Zamir White, guys, is going in the 5th round. When I first started doing mock drafts, he was going in the 9th round. So he's moved up by like 4 rounds, especially after they didn't draft anybody in the draft and they picked up Alexander Madison. Who was Alexander Madison?
Right.
I'm not worried about no Alexander Madison. I'm not worried about no Brandon Bolden. I'm not worried about anybody on that team taking goal line carries from Zamir White. I believe he's going to get all the goal line carries and he's going to catch a few passes, 30 or 40 passes. And you might say, well, this offense is going to be bad. Well, guys, if you go back last year, this team, the
Las Vegas Raiders,
guys, they started running the ball and this offense got better. When they was trying to pass the ball a lot with Josh McDaniels before Antonio Pierce took over, they were struggling. So I'm not worried about the quarterback positions because when you have a strong run game and you're trying to establish the line of scrimmage, it opens up for everybody. So I trust Zamir White to get 10 plus rushing touchdowns and 1,000 yards, guys. And I think at his ADP going in the 5th, 6th round, I believe that's great value, and he's going to be a league winner because
of the ADP. Would he be top 5 in rushing
yards? Maybe not, but could he be top 5 in rushing touchdowns? Yes. And the ADP value is going to be great. You can have him as a flex play. How you feel about Zamir White?
Man, great pick. I love Zamir White this season. He fits, Antonio's mentality, his style of play, coaching.
Right.
He's a perfect guy if you decide to go discount drafting or 0 RB.
Right.
Very, and he's going to be entrenched into that offense. So
right.
I agree 100%. I like him a lot. So I'm going to tell you the next guy that I like as a league winner. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor. So, and people might say, well, JT, with Anthony Richardson, possibly taking away some goal line. Right. That could happen, but we got to remember this guy was the RB1 only a few years ago. Right. So they're not, and they shipped off Moss for a reason.
Right.
Moss was there to kind of help as a buffer
because of JT missing that time.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the only reason. Jonathan Taylor's numbers would have been way better if he wasn't injured going into last
contract negotiation.
Exactly. So now you got to look at all that stuff's ironed out. Now you bring in Anthony Richardson back healthy.
Right.
They went out and got another pass catcher in Mitchell. So the offense is going to be moving a little bit more smoothly.
Right.
Jonathan Taylor's getting all of that goal line work.
Right.
What I'll say is the majority. I say 80%.
Right.
Because they are not going to risk their quote-unquote quarterback.
Right. With the shoulder injury. Right.
You feel me?
Facts,
They ain't going to do that.
Right.
So Jonathan Taylor's going to get that goal line work. So I love Jonathan Taylor. Right now he's going at the turn.
Right.
So you can get, like I said, a potential RB1 or the RB1 later in your draft.
Right.
So I love Jonathan Taylor this season.
Right. This ADP is going in the 2nd round, like the middle of the 2nd round, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
I love Jonathan Taylor. I think we are sleeping on him, and they gave him a bag, so they're gonna run him into the ground. Pause. Yeah. No pun intended. Because you wouldn't have paid him if you didn't want to use him, right?
Exactly.
So I think they're gonna definitely use him. This is probably the best deal he's gonna get. So they were like, we're gonna run you to the ground while we got you on this deal right here.
Absolutely.
So yeah, moving on, guys, to my next guy. It's going to be Ramondre Stevenson. Now you might say, well, T, you ain't talked a lot about Ramondre Stevenson early. No, I didn't, because I didn't know what was going to happen in that backfield, but they paid him. Yeah. And so when I look at this team, the weakest position to me on this team, and I'm not saying it's weak, but as far as experience, is quarterback position. Bailey Zappi is not going to, I don't know if Bailey Zappi is going to be the starter. I don't know if Drake May going to be the starter. But either way, you're not going to be passing the ball a lot with this type of youth at your quarterback position. So I believe that they're going to be running the ball and throwing the ball to their running backs. Yeah. I believe Antonio Gibson is going to get some work. I believe he's a nice little handcuff that you could use. Or maybe even a squeeze. You might can play both of the guys together depending on how this offense flows. Right. But Ramondre Stevenson, to me, this year, by him paying him being 240 pounds, he's going to get the goal line carries. And I thought Bill got a little cute with Mondre in the past. Well, we'll switch him out and put Brandon Bolden and some of these backup guys in. I think this year Ramondre gonna get all that. So I'm willing to go with an offense that has youth at the quarterback position because I know that tells me that the running back is going to be used a lot to help the quarterback be able to read the defense. You don't want this guy passing the ball 40 times a game because he's a rookie.
Exactly.
Now, maybe later in the fourth quadrant, he might start doing it, but early it's going to be Ramondre, and we coming at you. We're going to establish the line of scrimmage, and this is a defensive coordinator, head coach.
Yeah.
Right. Mayo, same thing with Tony Pierce. They both play middle linebacker, and what do middle linebackers know that what helps offense running the ball?
Yes,
so
sir.
I believe in Ramondre Stevenson, and I think his ADP right now is in the 6th round, guys. So I'm taking Ramondre Stevenson, and he could be going later depending on your league format.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect, man. That's a great pick. And like you said, when you got a rookie quarterback, that's the best safety valve to have.
Right.
A pass catcher, running back, or a great tight end.
Right.
Those are the two key things that you would love to have implemented into a system when you got a rookie.
Right.
So I think that's perfect. Yeah, great pick.
Guys, make sure you hit the
Like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new. This is cutting edge content. You see, guys, we outside, we doing it. You don't see this type of content in fantasy football world, right? Where you come out here, we pop it up, be live outside. So make sure you subscribe, guys, and also hit the like button. Go to the 3 dots at the top right corner, hit it, and hit the thumbs up. It's called the HBO special. Help a brother out.
I love it. So look, this dude right here, and this is the last guy that I got on my list. This is another oldie but goodie, so to speak, but he has a potential league winning, ceiling. That's Derrick Henry. So again, it's kind of the same ideology or the thought process that I was talking about with Jonathan Taylor, but now you got to look at it. You're talking about a Ravens team that always ran the ball,
Right.
In the previous years,
Lamar's taking the most.
Right.
The brunt of that.
Right.
Lamar's came in, he's dropped weight.
Yep.
Now that's a whole nother topic that we need to get on, but Lamar's gonna be great this year too. But what by him dropping that weight shows me he's not gonna take unnecessary hits. He's gonna stay in the pocket and he will scramble when needed.
Right.
But the majority of the time, especially in the red zone and in the green zone, Derrick Henry's getting those touches.
Right.
He gonna hand it off to him. The RPO is gonna be crazy.
Right.
So Derrick Henry, in my opinion, he has the potential to have about 13, 14 touchdowns at a minimum.
Right.
So when you can get somebody like that in your later, like 2nd round,
Right.
early 3rd, that's a value.
Right.
That's a league-winning attribute.
Right.
If let's say you go wide receiver early,
Right.
now you can get an RB1 in the 2nd round
Right.
that's going to be consistent,
Right.
and he's going to give you consistent value week to week.
Right.
And they've even been talking. Monken's even been talking about giving him more passes out the
Right.
backfield.
Ooh.
We hadn't seen that. Derrick, what
25, 30.
maybe. So if he gets anything upwards of that, that's crazy.
Yeah. Icing on the cake.
Yep.
Yeah. I also think that Derrick Henry could get 15 to 20
Rushing touchdowns this year.
Agreed.
Because that's why Lamar losing.
weight. He want to go more into the passing game. That's why I think Lamar's going to throw for 4,000 this year and probably have 35 passing touchdowns because he's losing weight. He's like, I'm not running the ball. That's Derrick Henry's job this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. So, guys, here's my last guy. And it's going to be Saquon Barkley. Yes, guys, Saquon Barkley. And the reason why I'm on Saquon Barkley, guys, is because Jalen Hurts has been fading down the stretch with injuries the last 2 years. Even in the year that they went to the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts still had to overcome injuries. So you might say, well, the tush push. Yes, guys, the tush push works, and they still will use it. But they not going to bring in a Saquon Barkley and pay him a $26 million guaranteed contract and still do the tush push with
Jalen Hurts. When Jalen Hurts
struggled against Tampa Bay in the playoffs because his shoulders was bruised up.
Yep.
So they will do tush push to get the first down on 4th and inches.
Yeah.
But when they get in that red zone, they're going to get Saquon 2 or 3 shots. And why? Since Jalen Hurts can stay healthy and he can win the game with his arm late in the season, throwing to these alphas like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. And also giving it to Saquon Barkley, who can go out and run pass patterns.
That's right.
So you might say, well, I don't want Saquon because Jalen Hurts. Please let your league mates think that. Because that way you can get them guys and you can stack your team, right? So you can get AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley at the turn.
Yes.
And then you can go turn around and maybe get Devonta Smith. You go, well, that's too many. It ain't too many. I don't mind getting all four. I don't mind getting Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Saquon, and Devontae, because I'm going to get that elite offense. Somebody going to be top 5. So if I can get 2 of them to be top 5 and the other 2 is top 32, I'm still league winning. You're not going to draft 4 guys that's going to be in the top 5.
No.
So you're just trying to get the boom guys from each offense, and I believe you squeeze that offense, you could win your leagues. And I think Saquon going to have 10 rushing touchdowns to take that workload off of Jalen Hurts, and I also think he's going to catch 50 to 60 passes, and I also think he's going to be a top 5 running back this year with the passing and with the running. So I love Saquon Barkley this year.
And let's not forget, the underlying, storyline about being in that same division. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That
Yes.
there.
Against the Giants.
Yeah,
Against the Giants, they're gonna release him.
I'm telling you.
Right.
So that's 2 games that that he gonna get uber work or volume. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt. So yeah, I agree with you, man. I love Saquon.
All right, guys. So thank y'all for tuning in to this live. I know I didn't get to the questions. That's okay. If y'all got questions in there, I would try to go and rewatch the video and address it in the comment section. But guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna do more lives like this, especially during the season, on my lunch break and stuff like this, where I'll pop out a live, and hopefully y'all can get some good content out of this. So guys, thank you. Y'all be safe. See y'all later. Peace.